people. Welcome to 321 No Kiddin. Thank you for joining me today. It is November 16th. Days are flying by. It's Monday morning. And I was up, 3 o'clock, 3:30, before the alarm went off, at any rate, which is great because I have so many cool things going on today, including a virtual version of not the real Shark Tank, but something Shark Tank related. I don't even really know. A couple meetings with clients / friends, a training that starts as late as 9 o'clock tonight. And today's my 11-month alcohol-free day. And you know me, I like to celebrate all the little victories. So I'll take it. That means I'm a month away from a year without alcohol. That still freaking blows my mind. And if you knew me when I was drinking, you would know why that kind of blows my mind. You really didn't know me when I was drinking. You probably wouldn't have gotten all these shows if I was still drinking, quite honestly, because there's a big correlation between me not drinking and my productivity going up. Just saying. All right, what do we got today for our reading? Anonymous says, listen and learn. Our recovery program has helped us learn to listen. Before recovery, we were focused on ourselves. When we talked to others, our minds were often elsewhere. We learned how to look at others and nod our heads, but our thoughts were really with ourselves. Now that is changing. When we listen to others, especially at meetings, we hear what they have to say. We feed our ideas back. We're beginning to enjoy conversation. Perhaps it is because we no longer feel like we have something to hide. Or perhaps it is because when we were drinking, gambling, and using, we did not want to hear what others were saying to us. In the past, we needed to protect our secrets, even if they were only secret to us. Now we must protect our newly acquired openness. As we become more open to others, we appreciate those who are open to us. To learn from others, we open our minds and hearts, but also our ears. In listening to others, we learn to care about them and about ourselves too. Today, I pray that I might always be willing to listen to those around me. This is a topic that I don't think much about in my recovery. Well, in the past, I didn't think about it as much in my recovery as I had in my work environment. Like, I've taken many college classes actually on listening and what it has to do with emotional intelligence. And now that I'm in this arena where I'm trying to help people quit or just help them through bad days, I'm learning that, listening is very key in that. And it takes practice. And I think that my recovery world is part of what helped get me to be a better listener. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still not perfect. I believe that listening is a skill we have to practice, like really practice. And I never really made the correlation between my racing brain being an addiction thing as much as just like the way my brain works. And I think that's where meditation comes in to kind of help teach me to be present and grounded. And I'm thankful to the groups and the people I've been exposed to. There's one friend of mine at the center, and I can remember being in the car up in Vermont in a parking lot at one of the stores, and him coaching me through how to listen to the employees. And in my business arena, it was always because I wanted to get to the next thing. I was not as good at the people part of it as I was at the task. And it is changing with recovery, which is what this is saying. It's saying we can listen to others, especially at meeting, hear what they have to say, and begin enjoying conversation. I mean, I had a friend yesterday call me back a month later. She's so funny, but she calls me back, and I was in tune to the conversation for quite a while. And then different things were happening. I was trying to be at the conference and try to be on the phone and waiting for a couple phone calls for business things. And once I got distracted, I couldn't hear her anymore. My brain just went off the rails. And I could see how that works with if I was trying to figure out how to get to my next bet, or if I had plans to go out, whatever that is, drinking or gambling or whatever, my brain is where it wants to be. It's not where it should be. It's not in the present in those cases, or it wasn't in the present in those cases. But you'd be surprised how much you can enjoy people when you actually listen to listen. A lot of times we hear people, but we don't really get what they're saying because we are in our own brains. And having more meaningful conversations, and this goes back to my whole quality time thing, right? The reason I feel like I can have quality time and appreciate whatever situation I'm in more is because I'm present and because I'm really listening to the other people. And I learn a lot more that way. There's that old saying, we were given 2 ears and only one mouth, and essentially we should listen double the time. As we become more open to others, we appreciate those who are open to us. To learn from others, we open our minds and hearts, but also our ears. In listening to others, we learn to care about them and about ourselves too. This is true as well. Listening and engaging in conversations surrounding some of this difficult stuff, maybe the feelings, the emotions, the vulnerability of it all, the difficulty of it all. If we're listening and people know that we genuinely care, we could be helping people, right? Just by listening. How many people that have completed suicide would still be with us if they had someone to listen to them? I know, I keep going dark. I'm scared, right? The numbers are getting worse this year. It's the holiday season, the election stuff, the life stuff, money stuff. Like, there's so many things coming up right now in general in the environment. And I just, we have to be diligent. We have to be in this together, and we have to listen to others. And it's another one of those blessings of recovery, is the ability to listen. And I like that the reading reminded us of that today. And I hope that you will practice, practice, give it a whirl. See if you can notice the difference between being present and listening and always having to do the talking. That's my problem. I always have to do the talking. I have to always be right. I always have to be the smartest person in the room, the quickest answer. Like, those are definitely my attitude characteristics, and I'm working on it. I found myself the last couple of months really just not speaking in some environments, even though they're online. I'm trying to listen better and, not promote my agenda per se. So that's how it works for me. At any rate, guys, if you're not following me on social media, I have some really crazy kick-ass stuff coming up for this next year. So I would encourage you to find me on Facebook or Instagram. It's Bobby Malatesta on Facebook. It's Bobby the Awesome on Instagram. And I will be on all the other platforms. Like, it's part of my challenge for 2021. But I'm going to be talking about some really cool things. I have a pretty unique agenda for 2021 that I will be announcing on social media probably as we get closer to December. And I have some exciting stuff coming up, actually, I think the first or second week of December. So I will keep you posted as things develop, but if you want real live, want to know what's going on, what's coming down the pipeline, like, I'm pretty freaking excited. It's all the downloads that I got from my road trip and from my trainings, and I think that we can finish off 2020 in a very positive way and kick off 2021 in a beautiful way and set the stage for having an amazing year next year. So that's what I got for today, guys. I hope that you will listen and try to listen. And give yourself grace if you're practicing and it's not perfect. We're not going to be perfect. All right, beautiful people, have a great start to your week, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
You get what you wish for, and